Is R programming still worth learning in 2025? With Python's massive popularity, you might think R is fading away. But if you're serious about data, especially in science and research, ignoring R would be a huge mistake. Let's break down why R is not just surviving, but thriving. First, let's talk about its core strength: statistical analysis. R was built by statisticians for statisticians. This DNA is what makes it the king in academia and research. If you read any scientific paper with heavy data analysis, chances are it was done in RY. Reproducibility. Tools like R Markdown allow researchers to bundle their code, data, and analysis into a single document, making their work transparent and easy to verify. This academic dominance feeds directly into its powerful ecosystem. The Crane repository is a treasure trove of over 19,000 packages, each a specialized tool for a specific analytical problem. Think of packages like Deal Player and Data, Table for lightning-fast data manipulation, or the legendary ggplot2 for creating stunning publication-quality visualizations. Seriously, the level of control and aesthetic quality you get with ggplot2 is unmatched. Many argue it's the best data visualization library in any language, period. But R isn't just for static charts and reports. Have you heard of Shiny? It's a game changer. Shiny lets you build interactive web applications and dashboards directly from your R code. Imagine creating a complex statistical model and then deploying a user-friendly app for others to explore your findings, without needing to be a web developer. This capability is huge for businesses that want to democratize data insights. Now, what about the job market? Is it all Python? Not at all. While Python is a general-purpose giant, R holds a powerful and lucrative niche. Look at job postings for data scientists, statisticians, bioinformaticians, and quantitative analysts in finance. You'll see R listed as a required skill over and over again. Industries like genomics, drug discovery, and environmental science run on our bioconductor. For example, is the go-to suite of tools for analyzing biological data. If you want to work in these fields, R isn't just a good to have. It's essential. But what if you already know Python? Even better, the two languages are not rivals. They are powerful allies. With the Reticulate package, you can call Python libraries directly from R, getting the best of both worlds. You can use Python for its machine learning frameworks, like TensorFlow or PyTorch, and then switch to R for its superior statistical modeling and visualization. The RStudio IDE and the broader Tidy Models framework are also making it easier than ever to build, tune, and deploy machine learning models within a clean, consistent workflow. R also excels at handling large datasets. It's not just for small academic projects. With packages like Sparkler, you can connect R to distributed computing frameworks like Apache Spark, allowing you to run your analysis on massive amounts of data. And because it's open source, it's free to use for you and any company you work for. No licensing fees, no barriers to entry. The R community is another massive plus. It's one of the most active and supportive communities out there. From global conferences like User and our Finance, 2 local meets, and a massive presence on Stack Overflow, you'll never be stuck on a problem for long. This vibrant community is constantly pushing the boundaries, developing cutting-edge statistical methods and rolling them into new packages. So, to answer the question, is R still worth learning in 2025? Absolutely. It's not about R versus Python. It's about having the right tool for the job. For deep statistical analysis, unparalleled data visualization, and a career in research, bioinformatics or finance, R is a powerhouse. It will not only make you a better data analyst, but will also future-proof your career in an increasingly data-driven world. Learning R is a strategic investment in your analytical skills. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on data science and programming. Thanks for watching.